The most honorable detective. Even at a distance, I could hear the sound of laughter and high-pitched voices as I sat outside the house, or rather my brother's mansion. I had to admit, it was the only place that could hold such a crowd. I didn't have a house like this, nor the money to rent something similar. Despite being in my honor, the celebration had begun without me, and it seemed that my presence was not necessary. My brother had insisted on throwing me a party, and although I have never loved large gatherings, for some reason I accepted. Some time ago, after my brother's life had drastically improved, I remember saying, "I'm very proud of you and everything you've accomplished. Look, you have a beautiful home, a loving wife, and 3 great children. I've never seen you so happy." Those words were still in my head, along with the things that had happened since then. The truth is that many years ago, when we both were very young, everyone, including myself, worried about my brother's future. He seemed to lack motivation, not knowing what steps he would take in his life. Then a family friend took a chance and hired him at his advertising agency. My brother didn't let him down. To everyone's surprise, he exerted himself and quickly came to be a principal part of the agency. I didn't know that advertising directors were paid so well. "Can I come to work with you?" I often joked with him. Sometimes it was a bit amazing how much money he seemed to be making. Of course, I didn't know the figures in his bank account, but no one could overlook the glamorous mansion, expensive gifts, and suits that cost thousands of dollars. I don't get paid that much. I just know how to invest what I have. I remembered his words as I looked at the prize in my hands, a trophy that meant so much to me. Before I received it, I would dream of the moment. I knew that I would feel like the most important man on earth, or at least the most important man in the country, but the reality was very different. Yes, I am an outstanding detective, full of honor and bravery. Here in this country, where I live, I have solved many of the most unsolvable mysteries. I am very passionate about my work. However, 2 days ago, this passion was shattered, maybe lost forever. My last case had led me to a most undesirable outcome, an outcome that brought me tears, terror, and unbearable pain. This case could possibly be my last. 10 years ago, there was a bank robbery, and it wasn't just any robbery. The thieves had escaped with more than $125,000 in cash and more than 40 deposit boxes with its contents equivalent to millions of dollars. There were very few clues. It was my most important case. I had become obsessed with it. Among all my other cases over the last 10 years, I would always come back to this one. It kept me awake at night. Finally, the case was solved. But could I now sleep? The reality was that no one else knew I'd solved it. The discovery was mine and mine alone. Just a few hours ago, at the award ceremony, I was listed as the most honorable detective. And although, of course, the public didn't know all detectives, they all had applauded in agreement. My tears to them were of joy and satisfaction for years of hard work, but only I knew the immense pain behind them. To the most honorable detective, I whispered those words with the prize in my hands. The question now was, could I live up to those words, or would I give up my honor in order to keep my closest relatives, as well as all of our friends, from this indescribable pain that was about to come upon them? I don't get paid that much. I just know how to invest what I have. As I meditated again over my brother's words, an uncontrollable flow of tears ran down my face. Our parents had always emphasized to us the importance of putting family above anything else. My work and career had been my family for many years. I had dedicated my life to research, justice, and law. So which family would I choose? As I left my prize in the seat next to me, I wished for the first time in my career that I was not the most honorable detective. I got out of the car to go hug my brother, perhaps for the last time. After the party, I came home and collected all of the evidence. I organized it and drafted the case along with my resignation letter. I left that box at the police station. The next day, that huge mansion was fenced off.